Vervish deep into turn one. That opens an opportunity. A little rat-a-tat-tat on the back bumper from Mikel Azcona. Just to let him know he's there, Vervish. You make a mistake, I will punish you, says Azcona. But not quite enough room to find a way past. Mebel Girolami gets involved as well.
And to think about the championship at the same time. Easier said than done as they make their way up through turn 5. Barguana across the curb there at turn 5. We work our way down to turn 6 on lap 3 of 17.
You do not want to be Bailey Sweeney in this position. He's trying everything. He's climbing over the back of Ben Barguana, marching Gua behind. And there is, unfortunately, Zach.
What about this guy? He promised a good race here today, and it's been a masterclass from one of the greats of touring car competition.
The weekend storylines started with the Australians commanding the headlines, but in the final hit out here at Sydney Motorsport Park, it's going to be the internationals that will lock out the podium. Once that penalty for Will Brown is applied, Huff, Mikulis.
Wonderful launch off the line through the first corner. All the drivers pretty much making Ben Barguana and Will Brown side by side. Barguana mows the grass but survives and comes on alongside teammate Johnny Cox.
And already Barguana trying to make the move up Mountain Straight here for the first time. It is Santiago Urrutia that leads up to the top. Great start from Girolami. D'Alberto drops back in the third. Azcona drops into fourth. Then the two Lincoln Co's are next. But there's
of Azcona at this moment in time. He's gone first, courtesy of being at the front of the field, and marching was been to the shop and bought himself an advantage. That is a great restart by 155 Mikel Azcona. Less snoozing a little bit there, it has to be said. Jan Alichet under big pressure from Rob Huff behind Frederik Vervish. A healthy distance behind his teammate, so Huff has the green light to go and attack the back of that Lincoln Co machine behind it.
That's a really good start as well. In fourth position, Nobel Michelis dropped all the way down into seventh place. This is on board with Girolami now as we come through the snake in the middle of the lap. Later on, let's look back now at Jan Alichet. Look how quickly he covers the line there, you see. Girolami almost into the rear of the French driver's car.
Davanti.
This is from Frederik Vervich's view, as we see again, Ma and Girolami side by side. Azcona also interesting.
Goes as they make their way through Hell Corner in the rows of two. Barguana takes the dirt at the back of the field, and the charge up Mountain Straight is on. The Lincoln Co cars lead. Looks like D'Alberto's going to be hung out. He might be fifth by the time we get to Griffin's Bend here on the opening lap. They're tightly packed in.
And look at this one. Jan Alichet has the inside line. He converts that into a race lead. Santiago Urrutia not holding
there, and Barguana's the man. There's the odd one out now. Squashed the little Peugeot over the curb, but he stays alongside as Azcona, Bokovic and Fernandez continue their charge up front. Tom Coronel, good run we see through the La Source hairpin. He runs alongside.
Line as they hit the brakes, he's alongside on the outside line. This for third place. Azcona in the Hyundai goes toe-to-toe with Rob Huff. And Huffy has got sharp elbows. He sticks them out and he hangs on to third.
That's class driving though, isn't it? No contact between the two of them on their battle down into Lisboa. It could have oh so easily have gone wrong between the two of them, side by side into the right-hander, but it didn't. They gave each other racing room, and that was a very, very entertaining moment, the two of them.
Just seems to have better drive off that right-hander. They bunched up behind though. Björk and Huff are a little bit closer, and John Filippi in fifth has done the fastest lap of the race, but he is still doing what he's meant to do, and that's keeping Lachey and the rest behind.
Look at the battle for the lead though on the tight and twisty section. All Fred Vervish needs is a tiny little error. There was a little wiggle there for the race leader, and therefore right on the tail now is
further up the field with, and he gets the deal done. Nesta Girolami moves past Nobel Michelis to take the position away. That's a great move for Girolami up into fourth position. Mikel Azcona at this moment in time, they kick up some spray as they go through one of the puddles as well. Michelis is the man that sees everybody in front. He can react to what's happening ahead of him as Girolami leaves the door open. Michelis walks through the door, thank you very much, of the hairpin, gets the job done. See a replay of that one in a moment, but that's bound to be a safety car called. In fact, yes, I see it on my timing screen now. So safety car to clear the debris and the damaged machinery from what was an intense opening few corners, and sadly for home hero Norbert Michelis, he is 20th and last.
Towards the back, and we have a new race leader.
And that gentleman will be coming to every single social media channel ever for the next 6 months. And folks, this is the nightmare situation, and wisely, race control called a red flag. Let's put a pause on this one. Safety is paramount in motor racing around the world, and no less so here.
Where's Jordan up into 16th place now? He'll have had 15th, in fact, because he's ahead of Zach Suter. So that's for 15th place.
Talk about side by side. Here's Nesta Girolami on the move as he starts to pick his way back through the field outside that top 10. Around 260 kilometres an hour from these TCR cars, and they're staying in touch with the route here just ahead in the Lincoln Co.
For me, this is so impressive how Wall Racing have taken possession of this new car, as you say, very, very late in the day, in a series that's already well in its flow. People are used to their machines, and they just turned it on. And they're on pace. Well, they're more than on the pace. They're absolutely competitive, both with a two-car team, and there is Azcona, I think, getting well out of the way.
4 minutes and 20 seconds left, as there's another bit of contact. That is Nobe and Girolami coming to blows, not once, not twice, but 3 times in the final corner. And Ted Bjork once again walks through another open door, although this time a few kisses for good measure as well down the straight. In fact, massive kisses. That's put Nobe in a very treacherous
to get on terms as well, while Jan Alishay at the front of the field serenely goes about the business of taking and extending his race lead. Little look from Girolami there further down the running order. That is Victor Anderson on Dusan Borkovic as they go side by side. That opens the door for the Continue Audi to try and find a way past as well. Borkovic has to revert to the runoff area, but gets back on to the racetrack just about. 1 place gain for Victor Anderson. Now fancies another place as well.
Line of the advantage, yes, he does.
Here's his stablemate in Ben Bargwanna. They've been doing some great things together, the Clarets and the Bargwannas, on the international scene this year. And Ben is headed to Macau with them next weekend. Mikel Azcona down the inside of Aaron Cameron. Good job by the Hyundai pilot.
Tight line through Double Ghost. That'll give him a run off of the corner into the next chicane. So we'll watch that one in a minute. You've got Ted Bjork and John Phillippe here side by side. Everywhere you look, there's a touring car side by side. But there is Marcin Guard, the back of the shot, continuing through Fernandez and getting the job done. So an immediate recovery from the Lincoln co-driver.
Look behind, because there you can see Azcona, number 196, right on the back of the Audi. So suddenly Huff has to think about defending rather than attacking, and life becomes very different indeed. Azcona got the absolute best first sector time on this run down to Lisboa. He's right on the back of Huff as they climb the hill now.
Yeah, so under pressure is Rob Huff in 3rd place. Azcona right
out of Mandarin, and it did look as though that was the car possibly of, is it Ben Bargwanna, in fact, that hit the wall? It is. That's the Peugeot, isn't it? I thought it was Deng Baowei's Honda, but no, it's a Peugeot, it's Ben Bargwanna. So that's a big disappointment, and that, I fear, will be a safety car.
It will, and I think the car of Paul Poon might take a little bit of moving as well, because the front wheels were very deranged. The marshals are in place down there on the...
At this stage of the race, but still Rob Huff at the front of the field. Mikel Azcona trying to find a way past Nova Mikulis. A safe distance in arrears. He's got Marcin Guard for company. Mikulis will be desperate to hold on to that podium position. Yannick Tuone is still doing good work as well. In 5th place, Rosso, 7th position. You've got Guerrieri, we saw making light contact with the wall, but now Azcona tries to launch an attack. Rob Huff's been out far side of Norbert Mikulis, and then further drama ensues down the order. Let's take a look. There is Davidovski's career into the side of the circuit. Contact with Levente Lasonche.